Hello friends, welcome to Programming Concepts. My name is Amit and this is part 58 of ASP.NET Core MVC tutorial. In this video, we will learn in-process server hosting in .NET Core MVC and we will implement it practically. In our previous videos, we already covered concepts like web server, how request flows from browser to server, what is the Kestrel, what is ANCM, and the basics of in-process and out-of-process. All these previous videos are related, so requesting you to please watch previous videos as well. I will share the link in the description. In this video, it's all about the implementation of in-process server hosting. Let's read the definition first. As per Microsoft, in-process hosting runs an ASP.NET Core app in the same process as its IIS worker process. In-process hosting provides improved performance over out-of-process hosting because requests aren't proxied over the loopback adapter, a network interface that returns outgoing network traffic back to the same machine. And this is the diagram from Microsoft. Let's see the request flow. First, a request arrives from the Windows to the kernel mode http.sys driver. Don't bother much about http.sys driver, just think of it as a driver responsible to receive HTTP request in Windows. Alright, then the driver routes the native request to IIS on the website's configured port, usually 80 for HTTP or 443 for HTTPS. Then the ASP.NET Core module receives the native request and passes it to IIS HTTP server. This is important when we cover difference between in-process and out-of-process, so don't lose your focus here. IIS HTTP server is an in-process server implementation for IIS that converts the request from native to managed. After the IIS HTTP server processes the request is sent to the ASP.NET Core middleware pipeline. The middleware pipeline handles the request and passes it on as a HTTP context instance to the app's logic. The app's response is passed back to the IIS through the IIS HTTP server. IIS sends the response to the client that initiated the request. Alright, let's quickly host our application in IIS as an in-process server hosting. For that, let's go to the Visual Studio. And this is the project which we are working on. Go to Solution Explorer, right click on the project, Pro Concepts in our case, and then click on Publish. As we are going to host our application locally, let's select the folder option. Click on Next. Give folder location. Let me browse. Let's go to any drive, make a new folder, give it any name, let me name it Pro Concepts, and click on OK. Then click on Finish, and you can see your profile created successfully. Click on Close. Click on the Edit icon next to Delete Existing Profile or anyone. All these icons open the same pop-up. Leave the default setting as it is. We'll discuss maybe in our upcoming videos, not sure when. Select File Published option. Select the checkbox Delete all existing files prior to publish. This checkbox is self-explanatory. We want to clear our selected folder before publish. Alright, click on Save. On the top right, you can see there is a button named Publish. Click on it. And you can see the process to publish your code is started. Now, if you want to publish this code to some other machine or you want to host this code to some other machine, you only need to copy and paste this folder on that machine and need to follow the steps which we will going to cover after this. Published successfully. Let's go to the IIS. In our previous video, we created a dummy site. I already deleted that. Let's create a new site. Click on Add Website from the right panel. Give it any name, let's say Pro Concepts. It will automatically create an application pool for you. Provide a physical path where we published our code. Just browse and select that folder. You can give it any available port. Let it be 80 for now. Click on OK. And let's browse this site. You can see the application is working as expected. Let's click on Edit, change department, and click on Save. Data saved successfully. Get back to the list and see working as expected. You must be wondering, we haven't specified anywhere anything about in process or out of process. Although we discussed in our previous videos that when it comes to IIS, either hosting will be in process or out of process. It's simply because by default, .NET Core considers hosting as an in process. Let's confirm that. Let's go to our published code via IIS. Right-click on Site, Explore, and then open web.config. And here you can see hosting model is equal to in process. Please note that in process is in small case. Now to explicitly configure an app for in process hosting, we need to go to its project file. Let's go to the Visual Studio and open its project file. And let's add one more property within the property group. ASPNETCORE hosting model. And set its value to in process. Here, I define in process in camel case instead of small case. Alright, and that's it. Again, publish your code. Publish completed successfully. And if you open web.config again, you can see it is still in process. Because we define in process in camel case, it is in camel case within web.config as well. This property, ASP.NETCORE hosting model, is not case sensitive. So you can define it as per your convenience. Please be remembered that this property is only applicable when we are talking about IIS. Because these two terminologies, in process and out of process, is specific to IIS only. Alright, hope there is no confusion. Don't use these terminologies when you are using some other web server or running your app via command line. Because in that case, this property is of no use. Only Kestrel or .NET.exe will be used. Now, because we are using in process, W3WP should be the worker process in this case. If you have any confusion around W3WP and .NET.exe, please watch our previous videos. Let's confirm if W3WP is the only process running. Let's go to our task manager, search for .NET.exe, and you can see it is there. Can you guess why? Because when we are compiling or publishing our code via Visual Studio, in that case as well, .NET.exe get used. This is also discussed in our previous video. Let's end this process. Also, search for W3WP and end this process as well. Now, if I again browse our hosted website, ideally, only the W3WP process should again be recreated, right? Let's confirm that. Again, browse our site. Working as expected. Let's go to the task manager and you can see W3WP is recreated. Search for .NET.exe and you can see it is not recreated. This means we are using in-process hosting model, our website, and only one worker process, which is W3WP, is used in this mechanism. All right. Let's confirm that via browser as well. Let's go to our website, press F12 for the developer tool, click on network and refresh the page by pressing F5. Click on index and within the response header section, you can see the response is provided by IIS, not by Kestrel. So we successfully implemented in-process server hosting. Alright then, that's it in this video. If you have any queries related to the content of this video, do ask me in the comments. Till then, thanks for watching.